this book is not about Zionism or Israeli policy today. It's about Canadian foreign policy.
Well, my name's Yves Engler, and I'm a Montreal-based activist and author of a few books on Canadian foreign policy, and my most recent book is called Canada and Israel Building Apartheid, and tonight we had the launch for that book here, and it was, I think, a pretty good event.
If there's anywhere in the world today where a population is subjected to cruel and unusual punishment, the 1.5 million Palestinians living in Gaza, cut off from the rest of the world by the mighty Israeli military, with the support, in this case the direct support of governments like the Canadian government. There are a number of reasons. One, that I don't think that we discuss enough in progressive opinion in this country. We're conscious of it with regards to the US. It's the Christian Zionist movement.
Well, on a personal level, it really is like a decade ago, going to Concordia University in Montreal, I was confronted with the Palestinian cause by some activists from a group called Solidarity for Palestinian Human Rights.
The Palestinian Human Rights Organization condemned the Israeli government's role in creating Canada Park and refusing to allow Palestinians to return to their homes. But it also condemned the Jewish National Fund of Canada, as well as the Canadian government.
I started researching Canadian foreign policy more generally, and I was really surprised at the extent to which Canada had supported Zionism historically in Israel over the past 60 years, and supported Israel's dispossession of Palestinians.
Controls their lives, yet there are millions of Palestinians for the past 43 years, or going on 43 years, who've had their lives largely controlled by the Israeli state without having the ability to vote in Israeli elections. And in that sense, Canadian policy in support of Israel, I think, really contravenes the spirit of Canada's Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And finally, I don't think we can understand Canadian support for Israel without understanding Israel as an outpost of Western imperialism in the heart of the Middle East. And Israel has been an incredibly destabilizing force on the Middle East.
The Zionist movement has been trying to wipe out Palestinians and would want Palestinians to just disappear. So in that sense, that is a form of genocide.